Fine, guys. Previous session, like day one, day two, we discussed regarding to the data science, data analyst, and generative AI, how AI is also working, right? So today we are going to see that how this machine learning. I think so. Already know about this word, right? Machine learning and deep learning. Deep learning. These are the two technologies, how it's going to work and how this rapid change is going on this machine learning and deep learning. We will discuss about these two things, right? Okay. Today, these are topics. First, let me discuss about the machine learning. So simply we can write in the short form as a ML. So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence where it is used to predict the future based on the past data. It is used to predict the future. It is used to predict the future based on the past data. Okay, based on the past data. So that means we have a huge amount of past data, right? Past means last 5 years, 10 years, or decade, or 2 3 decades. We need to collect the data from the 2 3 decades, and we need to apply some cleaning techniques of data clean. Data analyst will do that. So he need to clean the data and analyze the data. And as a data scientist, he need to predict the future. In the prediction type only, we will find this machine learning algorithm. Okay, machine learning algorithm that completely used to predict the futures. That completely use it for the prediction of the future based on the past data, like 2 or 1 or 2 3 4 decades based on the past data. Okay, so let me divide this. Machine learning is divided into three types. Okay, machine learning is divided into three types. One is supervised learning algorithms. Supervised learning, we can also call as a supervised learning, and another one is unsupervised learning algorithms. Unsupervised learning algorithm, and third one is reinforcement learning. Third one is reinforcement learning. Okay, reinforcement learning. This is the third type. So let me discuss one by one how these supervised learning algorithms work, and how these unsupervised learning algorithms work, and how these reinforcement learning algorithms work. Okay, we will discuss about the things. So first, supervised learning algorithms works on labeled data. It works on labeled data. First, we need to know about what is this labeled data. What is this labeled data? So labeled data is simply the combination of independent variables, independent variables, and dependent variable, and dependent variable. Okay, dependent variable. So what is this independent and what is this dependent variable? Okay, so if you go for the loan, okay, if you go for the bank for the loan, home loan, if you go for the bank for the home loan, okay, bank manager or the bank people who are presented there, they will check your salary, they will check your salary, credit score, they will check your credit score, and the properties, they will check the properties, and the previous loans, do you have anything, and previous loan, do you have anything. So this salary, credit, and properties and loan, these types of columns, these types of things presented, right? So these are called the independent variables. These are called the independent variables because there is no dependency on both any one of them. There is no dependency. Salary is not dependent upon the credit score. Credit score is not dependent upon the loan. Loan is not dependent upon the salary, right? So there is no dependencies between the four variables. Four variables. That's why we call as a independent variable. That's why we call as a independent variable. So whereas based on the salary, credit score, and properties, loans, loan will home loan is dependent. Home loan is dependent. So we will get the approve or reject. We'll get a approve or reject. So this is known as a dependent variable. This is known as a dependent variable because it is dependent upon the salary, credit score, and product loan, properties and loan. These are the dependency. So if the everything is satisfied, if the everything is good condition only, we will get a loan. So this is a column where it is depend upon the remaining column. That's why we call that as a dependent. So both the combination of dependent and dependent is known as a label data. Both the combination of dependent is also known as a label data. So supervised learning algorithms, whatever the things we discuss, prove supervised learning algorithms only works on label data. Only works on label data. Clear up to here? If you clear, please mention yes in a chart. So fine. So supervised learning algorithms is again divided into two types. So one is classification type, classification. Another one is regression. Another one is regression. Supervised learning algorithms is divided into two types. One is classification models. Another one is regression model. Classification models. So by name we need to classify the data. We need to classify the data. So if we have like same example like home loan, we have a approved on like rejected, right? We need to classify how many people get approved by home loan, how many people get like rejected by the home loan. We need to classify. So for example, if you have a data of 100 members, so we get a 60 members as approved and we get a 40 members as a reject. Okay, we get a 40 members as a rejected. We need this type of things we need to classify. So we need to classify in the algorithms. Whereas the regression models completely works on the numerics. It will find the average. It find the average. So if you have hundreds of people, we need to identify the average. How many of people get the approved or how many of get the rejected. So like this type of things works in the classification and regression. So what are the machine learning algorithms comes to the supervised learning algorithms? So what are the machine learning algorithms come to the supervised? So the first and most important algorithm is linear regression. These are the algorithm names. Okay. So remember this. These are the algorithm names. First algorithm is linear regression. So the second algorithm is logistic regression. The second algorithm is logistic regression. Okay, logistic regression. The third algorithm is decision tree. The third algorithm is decision tree. Okay, decision tree. The fourth algorithm is random forest. Fourth algorithm is random forest. Fifth algorithm is XGBoost. Fifth algorithm is XGBoost. Sixth algorithm is AdaBoost. So these are the algorithms which are present in supervised learning. Okay. So these are the algorithms which are present in a supervised learning. And the seventh algorithm, right? Six, seven. Yeah. Seventh algorithm is SVM. Seventh algorithm is SVM. Eighth algorithm is Navier-Bayes. Navier-Bayes, which is completely worked on the Bayes theorem. Ninth algorithm is KNN. K nearest neighbor. Okay. KNN. So linear regression is completely working on that to find the best fit line where the formula is y equals to mx plus c. It need to identify the best fit line by using this mx plus c. And whereas the logistic regression is used for the by name only, it is a logistic regression model. So if we apply the algorithm completely works for the classification purpose. So it classifies the binaries yes or no, true or false, like this. It apply the binaries. It applies the binaries where decision trees form the decisions like a tree like structure. And the same random forest is also one type of technique which is work on the decision tree. Same XGBoost, AdaBoost also is a type of techniques completely works on the decision trees only. Like it's completely works on the trees. And SVM is a one type of model where we can find the marginal points for the data, where we can find the marginal finds for the data. And Navier-Bayes is a type of algorithm which completely works on the Bayes theorem. Which is completely works on the Bayes theorem. So each and everything completely depends upon the Bayes theorem. And K nearest neighbor, it finds the nearest value. It finds the nearest value and add the groups. It finds the nearest value and add the groups. So it finds the nearest value. Okay, it finds the nearest value. So this is the complete algorithms which we are working in the supervised learning algorithm, which we have a supervised learning algorithm. So second, we have a one more type. Second, we have a one more type that is unsupervised learning algorithm. Unsupervised learning algorithm. So what is the how this unsupervised learning algorithms means? It works on the unlabeled data. It works on the unlabeled data. What is the meaning of unlabeled data means? We don't have any dependent column. We don't have any dependent column. So in labeled data, we have a dependent column as well as an independent column. But in unlabeled data, we don't have any dependent columns. We only have a independent columns. We only have a independent columns. Okay. So that's the main difference between labeled data and as well as an unlabeled data. That's the main difference between labeled and unlabeled data. Okay, clear up to here? So what exactly these unsupervised algorithms do means simply, for example, I have a data set. So I have a data set. So which is regarding to the animals, related data set. Okay, animals. So I have a animals like cat, dog, elephant. Okay, this is a data I have. So these unsupervised learning algorithms divide the groups. So it found the cat as a one group, dog as a one group, elephant as a one group. Okay, it found the cat as a one group, dog as a one group, elephant as a one group. It divides the data. So if any of the new data is come here, for example, if the new data have a dog, new data set, if a new data point is a dog, it will directly jump into the dog group. If we have get any snake related data set, so it will create another group of a snake. It create another group for the snake. Like that, it will form the groups. Okay, this is the main working of the unsupervised learning algorithms. This is the main working of the unsupervised learning algorithms. So we have some technique algorithms. First one is K-means. First one is K-means cluster. K-means cluster. So here the cluster is defined as a groups. Here the cluster is defined as a group. So it's found the group. And the second algorithm is hierarchical cluster. Hierarchical cluster. Okay, it is also used for the group. And third one is DB scan. Okay, this is also which is used for making the groups. So this is the purpose. These are the three algorithms which completely work for the unsupervised learning algorithms. Okay, so these are the algorithms which are present in supervised learning algorithms. So supervised learning algorithm, linear regression, elastic regression, decision tree, random forest, there are AxIBoost, AdaBoost, SVM, and Naive Bayes, and KNN. So coming to the unsupervised learning algorithms, we have K-means cluster, hierarchical cluster, DB scans cluster. So which is used to form the groups, and it is also work on the unlabeled data. That's the purpose of using the machine learning. So machine learning defined like it is used to predict the futures, right? It is used to predict the futures based on the past data. So each and every algorithms have their max behind it. We need to know if you want to work on the machine learning and deep learning, you need to know about the max. That's a mandate. That is a mandate. You need to know about the max. You need to know about the linear. So some fundamental like let me give the pre-requested max if you want to learn data science or data analyst or AI. Pre-requested max will be a first one. You need to know about the matrix. And second one, you need to know about the integrations. And third one, you need to know about the differentiations. And in differentiations only we have a partial differentiations. And this is good to know about trigonometry also. If you have, it's good to have. So good to know trigonometry. And second, and the final next one, we need to know about the linear algebra. Okay, linear algebra also is good to know. And the next two, we need to have a like what we say like geometry. We need to have a geometry also. Okay, these are the prerequisites you need to know before learning the machine learning, before learning the data science, before learning the AI. Okay, these are the max is more important. So if you want to prepare for AI related concepts, if you want to change your career towards the AI, these are the more important. So note down the points, please. It's a more important. Okay, so that's about the machine learning types. And we have one more type, right? Reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is used based on the robots. It is used in a robots. Okay, it's used in a robots. How means? So we need to train the robots with some of the data. Okay. If the robot has done this particular task, for the task is bring water. So this is the task for the robot. If the robot go and bring the water correctly, it shows it get rewards. Yeah, the task has been completed. shows the output like it get a reward. If the robot is failed to bring the water, it will punish and learn the again. It will learn the again and it will learn the again and it will bring the water. So this is the two things happen in the reinforcement learning. Okay, first, if the robot done the process like whatever the things presented, if the robot has done the task, it shows the reward like the task has been successfully completed. If the robot is not able to bring the water, so it will get a punish and it will train the data, and after that it will go and bring the water. So like this, the feedback method is happen. Like this, the feedback method is happening in the reinforcement learning. So we have a QQ method and we have some of the methods which is present in a reinforcement. So this is all about the machine learning types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So we already discussed about that. We have some drawbacks in the machine learning, right? So limitation, we can simply call that as limitation. So limitation of machine learning is only one, that is only work on the numeric data. It only work on the numerical data. It is only work on the numerical data. This is a main disadvantage of using machine learning. So we have a different types of formats of data, right? We have images, audios, videos, and we have a lot of things presented, right? So, but this machine learning algorithms only work on the numerical data. So that's why the deep learning is came over here. Deep neural network. So like our brain, it will work like our brain. Okay, it will work complete like a brain, like a neurons. It's completely work like a neurons. Okay, so deep neural network is a subset of machine learning which can work on the different types of formats of data. Like can work on the images, it can work on the videos, it can work on the audios, videos, and whatever the data formats we have. Completely, it can work. Okay, completely it can. In deep learning, we have three types of layers. In deep learning, we have three types of layers. So the layer one is input layer. First one is input layer. So this is the first layer. And second one is we have a number of hidden layers. We have a number of hidden layers. And third one is we have a output layer. We have a output layer. This is the third one. Okay. Input layer, we need to pass the data, input data, we need to pass the data. So hidden layer. So let me give an example how our brain looks like. Okay. So for example, this is our brain, right? So let's consider this is our brain. It will attach like this. It will attach like this. Again, it will form this. Again, it will form. Again, it will attach something like this. So these are the hidden layers for our brain. In our brain, these are the hidden layers, right? So this is a one type of layer which is connected to the another layer. This is the one type of layer. This is connected to another layer. Like that, the layers is formed. So first we need to provide the input layer, right? First we need to provide the input layer. So that's the uses of purpose of input layer. Whereas the hidden layers, these are the connections between the each and every input to output layer. So let us consider this is the output. Okay, this is the input. So between this input and output, we need to connect the each and number of layers, that is known as a hidden layer. And finally, we get the output layer. Okay, finally, we will get a output layer. So this is the layers how exactly forming. This is a layer how exactly forming. So the first neural network is a precipiton. The first neural network is a precipiton. This is the first neural network. Precipiton is divided into two types. One is single layer precipiton and multi-layer precipiton. Multi-layer precipiton. These are the two types of precipitons we have. One is single layer precipiton, another one is multi-layer precipiton. Let me discuss about the what is single layer precipiton. Single layer precipiton have only single input, single hidden layer, and single output. So this is the input, and this is the hidden layer, and this is the output. It only contains single input, single hidden layer, and single output. Okay, so whereas coming to the multi-layer precipiton, it have multiple inputs, multiple hidden layers. So these are the hidden layers and multiple outputs. So simply we can define, say, input, hidden layer 1, H1 representation, hidden layer 2, H2, and output. We have an output. So these layers will be connected like this. These layers will be connected each and everything like this. Okay, so like our neural networks. It is also work like our neural networks. It is also connected each and everything. So like this, let me draw these things. We'll get each and everything connected to the layers, connected to the layers. Okay. So finally, it will connected to the output layer also. So finally, it will connected to the output layers. So output, based on this output, we will get the output here. So like this. So this is the inputs here. We have a multiple inputs and multiple outputs. This is known as a multi-layer precipiton. This is known as a multi-layer precipiton, where it is contained the multiple inputs and multiple outputs as a presented. So hidden layers, we can create the n number of hidden layers. We can create a n number of hidden layers. There is no limit for the creating the hidden layers. Okay, there is no limit for the creating the hidden layers. Okay, this is a precipiton, single layer precipiton and multi-layer precipiton. Okay, these are the two types of precipitons we have. Okay, so what are the deep learning algorithms? What are the deep learning algorithms we have? What are the deep learning algorithms we have? First, the first and most important is ANN. The first more important is ANN, that is represented by artificial neural network. Its architecture is similar to the deep learning. Its architecture is similar to the deep learning, like multi-layer precipiton. So second one is we have a CNN. CNN is a form of convolution neural network. It is a very important to work on the images. This algorithm is most important to work on the images. Images, if you have a, any related disease like cancer or breast or whatever the things presented. So CNN algorithm can perform very well on the images. And where has a next type is RNN. Next type is RNN. It is a recurrent neural network. So completely works on the sequential data. Sequential data. The data need to be in a sequence format. So it will work on this RNN. So upon this RNN, we have a LSTM. We have a LSTM, GRU. We have a GRU, GAN, and we have a encoder, and we have a decoder. We have a decoder, and we have a transformers. So these are the algorithms which are present in a deep learning. Transformers. Okay, these are the algorithms which are present in a deep learning. So transformers is a algorithm which change entire life of NLP. Entire life of NLP, natural language processing. It changed the entire life of NLP. It changed the entire life of NLP. So the transformers simply the combination of both encoders and decoders. Encoders and decoders. The transformer is completely both a combination of encoders as well as decoders only. So if the set of both encoders and decoders only, we call it as a transformers. Sorry, transformers. The transformers is a came out of ChatGPT. It is a place where it comes to the ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot and Lambda. Copilot and Lambda. So let me show you Hugging Face. Let me show you one type of thing is Hugging Face, where we can find the model, these types of deep learning and model. So this is a Hugging Face user website. So simply you can type the Hugging, Hugging, Hugging Face. So click on this model. Click on this model. So we have a 10,000 25 like 10 lakhs 25,000 65 models right now. So ChatGPT type of models, we have 10 lakhs model, 10 lakhs plus models. So each and every model can generate so image to text to text to image. These are the models we have. So if you want to work for the audio related text to speech and text to audio, automatic speech recognition and natural language. If you want to work on the natural language processing, so we have a text classification, token classification, answering question type of answering, chatbots. So this are comes to the natural language. Like that, if you want to work on the computer vision, where we need to design the object detection, where we need to create the object detection. So these types of models will be work. And coming to the multi-models, so if you want to create a generative AI related model, this is the. And this Hugging Face only, we have a data sets also. These are the n number of data sets we have. So we need to work on this data set. If you want to download, you can download the data set. And they also mention the languages, which type of languages they are providing the documentation. So for example, let me click on this Lambda. It's developed by the Meta Lambda 3.2. So if you click on this Lambda 3.2, so you will get the complete information about this model and how many params are like parameters is trained by this model, and the value of the model also. How can you adjust the values and each and everything about the model, and you will get the practical implement code also. You will get the practical code about the models also. That's very important, right? So because we don't know as a from the beginner, we are learning the AI related concepts. So I already mentioned that. So if you want to learn AI, first you need to know about the one of the programming languages. So yesterday I also mentioned that programming language is simply known as a passing the instruction, provide the instruction for the application to perform a specific task like the really work. So we have a different types of programming languages also, where we have a Python, Java, C, C++, and we have a number of programming language. For the data science and AI, we prefer the two types of programming language. One is R, another one is Python. Compared between these two things, R and Python. So R language is Python is more easier than the R language. So that it is very easy to write the code. It is easy to maintain the database. It is easy to elaborate. Like simply like if you know the English, if you know the English language, if you know the English language, almost you will get this Python approximately 70 to 80% of time. So like this. So simply by using this Hugging Face, we will get this complete information about the each and every model. And we have one more type, right? So if you want to learn everything for the practicing purpose, we require the data set. So there is a one type of thing we have a Kaggle. Kaggle is a place where we can find the data set related to the data sets, that data related to the data related to the AI. So it contains the images, it contains the audio, it contains the videos, it contains the text, it contains the so and so formats of the data. So that is the main purpose of using this Kaggle, where we can easily download the data set and we can perform some operation like addition, subtraction, whatever, like building a new models, machine learning, deep learning, whatever the things presented, we can easily build a models by using these machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms, natural language processing, computer vision, based on the domain you are choosing. Based on the domain you are choosing, and the thing is, first, if you want to work on any language models, or if you want to work any machine learning, deep learning models, first you need to know about the data. That's why we already discussed types of data and how the data is formatted. That's the reason we already discussed. So this is things which are present in machine learning, and these are the things which are present in a deep learning. So Kaggle is a place where we can find the data sets. Simply go for the data set. These are the complete data sets we have. You can see computer science data sets, education data sets, classification, computer vision, NLP, distance. So this like the data visualization, pre-trained. So if you use generative AI related, we can go for the pre-trained data set. So AI related, it works for the AI. We have around 23,000 data sets presented for the AI. Okay, AI related data sets. So you can download any data set. Simply you need to create a by using sign up using that email ID, and you can work. So whatever the things you are working, just use this GitHub also. GitHub is also a place where you can find n number of like you can store the n number of things, and you can also find the n number of things. GitHub.so this is my GitHub profile. I used to store the different types of repositories. So repositories is simply like a document, like a folders which we are creating in our local drive. So where we can store the files for the repository. Like if this is the completely NLP files, this is the complete NLP files. So we can have some introduction to what are the NLP, how the NLP going on, everything we will find here. So like this, whatever the projects, whatever the things you have done, please try to upload that files of a project and the dataset into the GitHub. That's a mandatory, because if you work on the 10 projects, we can't able to place these 10 projects in a resume, right? So that's why for the HR view, we just represent the like a link of GitHub. Just we represent the link of GitHub in a resume, and we will share that link to the recruiter. They will watch, like they can view the what are the projects exactly you have done previously. So each and everything they can easily identify. That's the purpose of using this GitHub as well as the LinkedIn. So right now LinkedIn is the top one. Please try to create everyone the accounts if you are from the first standard, first year, second year, or if you are a third year. So try to prepare the accounts and use these accounts to develop the more and more and network. So that's also helpful for you. So by building the network, you will get the a lot of things and lot of information. So these things present in a GitHub. These things present in a GitHub. Okay. And these are the deep learning algorithms which we have. These are the deep learning algorithms which we have. And algorithms as well as a machine learning algorithm. So simply deep learning algorithm is advanced level of machine learning algorithms, and this will helpful for grow your grow like whatever the models you have, you can develop them more and more and more. So guys, that's it from my side. So any doubts in machine learning, deep learning? Yeah, I know you are completely base level level of understanding only. So just I'm doing the roadmap for you. So what are the things present in the machine learning? What are the things present in the deep learning? Just I'm providing the roadmap for you to understand the better. So if you are from first year, second year, so try to start now right now. If you want to go towards the AI, try to start learning from right now. Okay, try to start learning from night, and that's a main important, that's a necessary. Okay, that's a main important and this is a necessary. So if you're trying yourself from the like just right now for the next 2 years to 3 years, so in the BTech life of third and fourth year only you will get a job. So there is a chance if you prepare this more and more and more. Okay, practice that each and everything. Start with Python. Start with Python. What is Python and how we are going to start with the Python? So one by one, completely the steps. So I already shared the day one, day two videos for you in WhatsApp group also. You can watch a number of times that are available for lifetime. You can watch any time, and you will get the more information from them. So every day in the YouTube channel only, whatever the YouTube channel video I'm sharing you, in the same YouTube channel only, we are providing some content on data science, AI related things. So have a fun at that videos also. So this is all about the machine learning, deep learning. So anything, any doubts from your side, guys? If you want to ask, please ping in a chat. Let me answer that questions. Guys, any doubts, please make sure you need to ping in a chat. If you have any doubts, I will explain you what are the things presented.